Hi, I am reporting out on what your Green Raider wants you to know 10 failures in the Lead for Homes projects. The three presenters were Andrea Foss from Everyday Green, she's a Green Raider, Kevin O'Shea, who's a production builder under Monarch Corporation, big builder in Canada, and Corey McBurney, who's with Inner Quality. So, the first presentation was by Kevin O'Shea, and he talked about highlights and lessons learned with a project called Evergreen. He said a big part of it was vertical integration and communication. He said that the big key to this project, and it was a pretty big project, it was 250 LEED certified certified units, LEED for Homes, that this had the support from the higher-ups in his company from the get-go, as well as the Toronto mayor. The Toronto mayor was quoted saying, "This project shows what you can do when you start with the right principles and the right values." So lessons learned. Early planning pays. The green premium can be overcome. Work towards best value considering environmental performance with traditional buyers' interest. Expect an iterative process. 2, commitment from top down and down to trades and clerical is essential to momentum through the long process. Number 3, substantial initiatives from Lean Blitz. So they looked at everything that was kind of wasteful and inefficient in their processes. They called it the Lean Blitz. From construction waste management to framing packages planned and controlled, greater coordination with trades led to more efficiencies. They discovered Regulation 102 and 103 in Canada. Didn't know that about before the project, and it helped them save tremendous costs. I guess it was something about waste management. Number 4, internal knowledge building was a big help. They hired consultants to teach, not to do. They wanted the consultants to train at all levels to internalize green objectives. Building performance requires all hands on deck. They didn't leave anybody out, like he mentioned earlier. Even the clerical staff kind of was kept in the loop and knew to put things on top of their of their to-do list. Had staff test their own homes, so they had bought blower door equipment, etc., and for internal knowledge, and they had all the staff take it home and test their own homes. And find out where the weak points were in their homes. And it was a huge learning curve, but it really, really helped them on the project. Led to internal competition, safe learning, and enthusiasm. That was pretty cool. Number 5, establish supplier and trade partnership. Pre-qualified and bid process used. Trade showed strong commitment to project as an opportunity for learning and partnership, and provided revised scopes of work. So now their scopes of work are much more realistic than what they started out with. And number 6, understand performance claims. This was a big faux pas of theirs. He was very honest about it. He's like, we promised more than we could deliver. He recommends carefully coordinating marketing and sales, review subcontracts and buyer agreements, choose new technology carefully, measure the results and adjust. Pioneers are usually the ones with the arrows in the back until they have fine-tuned and gotten a couple of projects under their belts. He admitted that you can't do it without experts and that you have to hire them. So that was the first presentation on what your Green Raider wants you to know, 10 failures of Lead for Home projects. Oops. So next up is presentation by Andrea Foss from Everyday Green. She's done over 800 LEED projects and over 300 NAHB projects. So very, very knowledgeable. I was very impressed with her knowledge. So her 10 common failures in Lead for Home projects was, first, manual J equipment sizing calculations. She always sees improperly sized HVAC systems, and I'm not going to go through all the notes because this would take too long. Number 2, largest problem is duct leakage. Number 3 is airflow. Number 4, air filters. She walks in and she sees those store-bought filters all the time, not the MERV 8s that are required or higher. Number 5, bath and kitchen fan exhaust. That's a big one that she often sees. Ventilation and exhaust controls is number 6. 7, air seal package. Just really kind of sloppy, lazy work. That's a real easy one to fix. Number 8, insulation. Lots of missed details, missed cavities, compressed bats at corners. Installation R6 per inch. There should be at least 5 inches in your rafters, if not more. She recommends having the installation crew at the pre-drywall installation, so if there's anything wrong, they're there to fix it. Number 9, project team communication is very, very important. Bottom-up informing, update team on changes, share testing, inspection, and documentation requirements. Write lead requirements directly into specs, assign responsibility, decide upfront who will pay for fixes or reinspection. She says this is the biggest cost and frustration with lead because everyone points to the other person for who's going to fix the fixes or fix the mistakes. 10, understand calculations and requirements in the design phase, especially for landscaping. She says landscaping is the thing that usually gets cut in the end because the budget's tight, and it can affect achieving LEED in the end. She says mistakes will happen. That is why third-party verification works. Tests don't lie. Harder to fix later on, so don't ever leave your rater out or try to lie to him or try to hide things under the rug. Use them as a resource. Inspections are not supposed to be a pop quiz. And her information is everydaygreendc.com. And that's it. Thanks.